Ever wondered who decides the units of measurement used in aviation? Meet ICAO, the International Civil Aviation Organization, and its Annex 5. ICAO, a specialized agency of the United Nations, plays a pivotal role in the world of aviation. It lays the groundwork for international aviation rules and standards, ensuring that our skies are as safe, efficient, and eco-friendly as possible. One of its most critical contributions to the aviation industry is Annex 5. This document is a cornerstone of global aviation, as it standardizes the units of measurement used in air and ground operations. From the altitude an aircraft flies at, to the fuel it consumes, to the speed it travels. All these measurements adhere to the guidelines set out in Annex 5. So, why is this standardization so important? Let's dive in. Imagine pilots and air traffic controllers using different units of measurement. Sounds chaotic, right? But this is exactly the kind of confusion we avoid with the standardization of measurements in aviation. It's this standardization that maintains order in the skies. Why is standardization so important, you ask? Well, in the vast and complex world of international aviation, it's the glue that holds everything together. It's what ensures a plane taking off in Tokyo uses the same language of measurement as one landing in Toronto. Safety is paramount in aviation. Imagine if pilots had to convert units mid-flight, or misunderstandings occurred between air traffic control and aircraft due to conflicting measurement systems. The results could be catastrophic. Standardization removes this risk, promoting a universally understood language of measurement. Moreover, efficiency is key. When everyone is on the same page, operations run smoothly. No time is wasted on conversions or clarifications. It's a streamlined system that maximizes productivity and minimizes errors. Lastly, interoperability is a cornerstone of international aviation. With standardized units, aircraft from any part of the globe can seamlessly interact with systems anywhere else. This is the harmony that standardization brings. Now that we understand why standardization is crucial, let's look at the specific units defined by Annex 5. Annex 5 has set the stage for uniformity in aviation. But what are these units exactly? Annex 5 mandates a list of specific units of measurement. These include the meter for distance, the second for time, the kilogram for mass, the degree for plane angle, and the Kelvin for thermodynamic temperature, among others. Now you may be wondering, how are these units applied in aviation? Let's break it down. The meter, for instance, is used for measuring runway lengths and aircraft dimensions. The second helps in calculating speed, time of arrival or departure, and so on. The kilogram comes into play when weighing aircrafts for safety and balance. The degree helps in setting the course or bearing in navigation, and the Kelvin is used for atmospheric temperature measurements. These units of measurement are not just randomly picked, they are carefully chosen to ensure precision and safety in the world of aviation. These units didn't just appear out of thin air, they have a history. The creation of Annex 5 was a historic moment for aviation. Let's take a quick trip back in time. The International Civil Aviation Organization, or ICAO, was established in the mid-20th century, following the Chicago Convention of 1944. This was a time when aviation was expanding rapidly and the need for a global standard for aviation units of measurement became increasingly evident. Annex 5 was born out of this necessity. It aimed to ensure safety, efficiency, and seamless cooperation between different countries' aviation sectors. The standardized units of measurement we see today were carefully developed over time, considering factors like ease of use, global acceptance, and accuracy. It was a meticulous process involving experts from around the globe, but the result was a universal language that all aviation personnel could understand and use. These units are not just on paper, they are used in real-world aviation every day. From flight planning to navigation, the standardized units of Annex 5 are everywhere. Let's dive into some real-world applications, shall we? Imagine a pilot preparing for a transatlantic flight. They need to calculate fuel requirements, considering the aircraft's weight, the distance to cover, and factors like wind speed. Here, The pilot uses the kilogram for weight, the nautical mile for distance, and knots for wind speed, all defined by Annex 5. Now, think of an air traffic controller guiding that same flight. They communicate altitude instructions in feet and speed in knots, ensuring the plane maintains a safe distance from others. And what about the meteorologist providing weather updates? They report temperature in degrees Celsius, visibility in meters, and pressure in hectopascals. These standardized units enable clear, concise communication and precise calculations, eliminating potential misunderstandings that could jeopardize safety. But aviation didn't always use these SI units. There was a transition. The shift from non-SI units to SI units was a major milestone in aviation history. This monumental change was driven by the need for a single global standard that would ensure precise communication and coordination in the sky. The International Civil Aviation Organization, or ICAO, played a crucial role in facilitating this transition. The shift began with a gradual phase-out of the old non-SI units. Over time, these were replaced by SI units, which are based on the metric system. This system is universally recognized and understood, making it a logical choice for an industry that operates across borders and cultures. The impact of this transition on global aviation was profound. It brought about a new era of precision and uniformity, reducing the risk of errors and miscommunications. Flight plans became more accurate, navigation more precise, and air traffic control more efficient. But let's not forget, this transition wasn't easy. There were challenges. The aviation industry had to adapt, and the change wasn't always smooth. But the industry persevered, recognizing that the benefits of a single global standard far outweighed the short-term challenges of transition. Implementing Annex 5 was not a walk in the park. It had its own set of challenges. Countries across the globe faced hurdles in aligning their aviation procedures and systems with the standardized units of measurement. These challenges were quite diverse, ranging from logistical issues to technical complexities. One of the most significant challenges was the retraining of aviation personnel. Pilots, air traffic controllers, and other aviation staff had to learn and adapt to the new units of measurement, a task that required both time and resources. Another challenge was the modification of aircraft and ground systems. The transition to standardized units necessitated changes in instrumentation, software, and operational procedures, which were both expensive and time-consuming. However, these challenges were not insurmountable. Through international cooperation and the commitment to safety and efficiency, countries were able to implement the standards set by Annex 5. The process involved extensive training programs, gradual phase-ins, and the design of new systems to accommodate the standardized units. With all these details, you might have some questions. Let's answer some FAQs. Annex 5 has sparked many questions. Here are some of the most frequently asked ones. Firstly, what does Annex 5 specifically address? Annex 5 is all about the standardization of units of measurement in air and ground operations, ensuring safety, efficiency, and interoperability in international aviation. Another common question is, why is there a need for standardization? Well, imagine the chaos if pilots and air traffic control use different units. It would be like speaking different languages. Therefore, standardization helps to avoid confusion and potential accidents. Some also ask, what are the specific units of measurement mandated by Annex 5? These include measurements for distance, speed, height, weight, and temperature, among others, all globally standardized for ease of communication and understanding in air and ground operations. Lastly, how has the transition from non-SI units to SI units impacted global aviation? This transition has helped unify global aviation, making communication more efficient and reducing the risk of misunderstanding. You might wonder, why update Annex 5? Let's find out. Like most things in life, Annex 5 also needs updates to keep up with the times. The world of aviation is one that's constantly evolving, with new technologies, procedures, and standards being introduced regularly. This constant change necessitates periodic updates to Annex 5. The updates ensure that the units of measurement used in air and ground operations remain relevant and effective, thereby maintaining the highest levels of safety and efficiency in international aviation. So, how are these updates made? The International Civil Aviation Organization, or ICAO, has a robust process in place. It involves extensive research, discussions with experts, and careful consideration of feedback from member countries. Once a potential update is identified, it's thoroughly reviewed and tested before being officially incorporated into Annex 5. This meticulous process ensures that every update contributes positively to global aviation, keeping it in step with the times. So what's the takeaway from all this? Let's summarize. ICAO's Annex 5 is more than just a document. It's a cornerstone of safe and efficient aviation. It standardizes units of measurement, ensuring safety, efficiency, and interoperability in international aviation. From defining specific units of measurement to outlining their real-world applications, Annex 5 truly shapes the way we navigate the skies. Historically, these standards have evolved, transitioning from non-SI units to SI units, thereby revolutionizing global aviation. Of course, the path wasn't always smooth. Countries faced challenges in implementing these standards, but they persevered, demonstrating the power of global cooperation. And we must not forget, Annex 5 is a living document. It needs periodic updates to keep pace with the ever-evolving world of aviation. Through this video, we've just skimmed the surface. There's a whole world of fascinating knowledge waiting for you in the depths of ICAO and its annexes. So keep exploring, keep learning, and remember, in aviation, every unit counts.